Hello and welcome to Flashback Generations, episode 27. We're still on the way back from the...
Stuck in the Birmingham queue.
Yeah, Birmingham queue.
South of Stafford.
Lucky for you guys, the audio is probably a lot better than usual.
Lucky for me, he's got air conditioning.
Yeah, air conditioning on, and we're both tired, but we're going to soldier on and do another episode.
This is a big card though.
Trandoshan Hunters.
Yeah.
These are obviously a Wave 1 release, and they're pretty awesome. I actually... starting off, I really like the kind of like dinosaurs of Star Wars, if you like. These are these obviously look really cruel. Made famous by Bosk. Were they ever in anywhere
No,
else?
there's only ever Bosk. It was news to me.
Bosk made the entire thing, did he?
Yeah, there's Bosk, and he appears for like 3 seconds, doesn't he? And
that's what he meant.
Wiggles his toes and growls at somebody, and that's it. And this whole species has arisen out of that, as is the way with Star Wars universe.
Nice. Okay, well, you want to run through the grey cards for them?
Yeah. So Trandoshan Hunters. This one's a grey, so it's non-elite.
Yeah.
And it's 7 points. You get 2 guys. What are you doing, Si? What's up?
I don't do nothing. Just messing about.
Yeah. It's 7 points. You get 2 guys on the card. Reinforcement cost is 3 each, which is interesting. We'll come back to that in a bit. They've got 6 health each, which is awesome. Speed 4, so they're not. They're just standard speed. Yeah. Defense 1 black die.
Normal, yeah. Normal for a kind of fighter, brawler, kind of heavy troop, yeah.
It's all about the shooting attack, which is just blue-green, which is the same as a stormtrooper. But they do more than that, as we know. So the surge abilities are Surge Bleed, which is nice, and then Surge Pierce 2, which is even nicer.
Pierce 2, do you know what's interesting about that? Pierce 2 on a grey card, like they're usually like, he does 1 damage.
1, yeah.
Or Pierce 1. Yeah. He does Pierce 2, which is very nice. Yeah.
So, he's got Relentless. This is the big thing with these guys. When you declare an attack targeting a figure within 3 spaces, that figure suffers 1 strain.
It's really big.
Yeah.
You know, if you listen to our other episodes, you can see that we've got things written about like, oh wow, look, you can actually get rid of more strain. The strain train is coming, and these guys are going to lead it.
Yeah.
So, this is interesting.
Yeah. So, and that's the old discard a card or take your damage, and then you got Scattergun. The other good thing about these guys, while attacking, if you are adjacent to the target, apply +1 damage to the attack results. Which
means these guys are running in as close as possible, trying to get a strain and just trying to damage.
These guys are happiest when they're right next to the opponent.
Yeah, run in and take a shot. That's what they're about, like with their scattergun.
So I mean, you get these are awesome. I mean, the thing that I like about these is 6 life each, so that's 12 life on the card for 7 points. That's really. I know it's good, that really, isn't it?
It is.
I mean, you think the 3 stormtroopers are 9 for 6 points. You're getting 3 more life. It's good. It's good value there, and the guns are awesome. Much better than stormtroopers.
Very well. It's them. It's the actual the hunters, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
It's the take a strain and then doing all this.
It's the loud gun blasting somebody up close. They've got like shotguns and they're just murderizing people.
+1 damage is just absolutely brilliant. Guaranteed damage is brilliant.
They do kind of fail a bit at any kind of range, which you would you shouldn't be using them at range really, but because they've only got blue green and no reroll. I mean, they can get 5, 6, 7, but they can equally get 3, 4. So they can fail, but if you want these guys as close as possible to the enemy.
Yeah, I do notice like range, getting within range 3 of anyone is actually quite easy to do as well.
Yeah, 3's a long way.
It's a long way to do a 3 strain. That's it's so easy to do it.
Yeah. So
let's compare the red.
They're all around good. So I mean, So the elite ones are 10 points for a card, so you still get 2 guys. Obviously, these are 8 health each.
Oh.
16 health for 10 points.
Yeah.
I don't know all the the ratios, but that's got to be good value really in terms of health.
Sure.
And then you've got they're the same stats for Speed 4, Black Die, Blue Green. They got Surge Bleed again.
Yeah.
Surge Pierce 2
Pierce 2 again.
And they've also got Surge Focus.
So that's interesting. I think that's really interesting. But
it's an odd addition if you ask me, but...
yeah. Do you know why I think that's weird? Because they shoot blue-green, yeah?
They do. You're looking at 1 or maybe 2
that
surges.
That means you're going to get 2 surges at the most.
Yeah,
I don't think the red ones are worth it, because then like you're trading in your bleed or Pierce 2 for a focus. Now the only reason you're ever going to do that is because you have killed the guy already. For instance, he had 2 life left, and you're going, well, what'll I do? Oh, I may as well focus him up. It makes him absolutely vicious in the next turn.
Yeah. You're not planning on it, are you?
There's a cost for it, you know.
Not on a blue-green.
So, but if you're shooting someone otherwise, you're taking the Pierce 2, you're taking Pierce 2, and you're taking the bleed. Yeah. So I think the bleed is a great addition to it because you're going to use it all the time. Now there is a caveat to that. You'll take the Pierce 2 unless it's rolling a white die and you get a blank.
Yeah.
Because obviously then you're just like.
Well, then you can't focus either.
If they roll a blank.
What do you mean if they roll? Oh, so if they roll the blank, you do what you like, yeah.
So you can roll. So they roll a blank, then you're going to go. Well, I'll focus up and I'll bleed. But so I don't know how much they're actually worth value-wise, because that's a big jump. 7 to 10 points.
7 to 10 points, yeah, but so's another 4 health, I guess. I mean, what they do have as well is they've still got the same relentless when you declare an attack. Targeting a figure within 3 spaces, that figure suffers 1 strain, that's there. But the ACP scattergun is, it's an ACP scattergun now.
Yeah.
While attacking, if you're adjacent to the target, apply +2 damage to the results. So suddenly.
I know, they're more vicious, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, no, they're not as good, because I think the Pierce 2 is one of the biggest keywords that they have on it. And the fact that the grey ones have the Pierce 2 sort of makes the red ones a little less special. As well as that, here, bear with me on this. One of their biggest abilities is making people throwing their cards away. What's it called? The strain train, yeah. Having more guys, so when you start getting multiples of these, if you, let's say for instance, you could get 3 groups of greys for 21 points, or you can get 2 groups of reds for 20.
I've just done that some, and it's
so
much
if you're looking
better,
at the points for that, you've suddenly got a lot more life for 21 points. Like
you get 36 life on 3 greys, don't you?
Yeah, you're a lot more life.
32 life on 2 reds.
A lot more life, you've got a lot more pierce, a lot more shots.
Yeah.
You're doing a hell of a lot more strain.
Yeah. More versatility, more guns, all that.
Yeah, you've got more options.
That's where the red ones are kind of found out, aren't they? There?
I'm calling it now. The red ones aren't as good because they just don't quite do as much.
They're not as efficient, no.
The +2 damage is nice, I'll give you that, but it's just not good. It's just not quite enough.
Not when you could have 6 trandy guns running around instead of 4 trandy guns.
Alright, well, we talked about these guys. They're great in the
they're really good.
They're great in the strain train, but
right, so speeding swiftly on.
Let's talk about the command cards.
So the command cards, yeah. So these guys are brawlers. So Sai's picked a couple of brawler cards.
I have, yeah.
The first one is counter attack. It's 2 points. You can have 1 in your deck. You need the brawler keyword to use it. Use after an attack targeting you is resolved. If you are not defeated and are adjacent to the attacker suffers 2 damage. That's alright, it's good.
It is very good, actually.
Yeah. 2 points, and you're only ever going to do 2 damage with it.
No, it's.
But it could be a vital 2 damage.
I think it's amazing. You end up times to that card, actually, like your guy comes into the square and you do that, and they're like, what? Ugh.
Yeah.
You've just hit them. You've actually wounded them. Great point. Like, it's very straightforward. In fact, all brawler cards are straightforward. So no tricks to them. But that's the kind of nice thing about them.
Yeah.
The trick to them is, does your opponent actually stand in the square?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, the Trandoshans are running in, so they're making themselves adjacent to enemies.
Yeah, exactly.
So if one of those enemies just goes, right, I'll shoot you point blank then, you'll go, great, as long as I don't die, you're getting 2 damage after that.
6 life isn't easy to just kill off in one shot.
Exactly, yeah.
Alright, cool.
That's a good card. 2.
We had to change our voice recorder to the battery just ran out. But yeah, so the second card that we're going to talk about is Parting Blow. For
Parting Blow is
brawler. Yeah, go on.
Another brawler. Yeah. Interrupt when a hostile figure exits an adjacent space. Before that figure moves, perform an attack targeting that figure, then you become stunned. So this is great for Trandoshan. Sorry, it's 2 points and you can have 2 of these in your deck.
I think it's amazing, this card.
Yeah, especially with Trandoshans.
It's amazing.
Because people will go, I don't like what that Trandoshan did. He just ran in and shot me really badly. I'm going to move away, and then you go bang, and you've got a good chance of having this card most times, aren't you?
There's a load of times as well that
I'm going to shoot you again before you leave.
People as well, they'll shoot one of your trandies, but then if you can put yourself in a position that you got 2 trandies on one person.
Yeah, on the diagonal, yeah.
So you got 2 guys attacking one guy, and then they'll try and shoot one of them, whatever, and then they'll try and move away.
Yeah.
Then you use this, and straight away you can all see that they're like,
The sad thing about this is if you've got both cards in your hand, which could happen, and you've got 2 Trandies stood next to somebody and they leave, you can't parting blow, because you can't do the same action twice in the same time instance, can you?
Yes.
You know, it's a shame.
Can this... can you... Oh.
Whoa.
Sorry.
Sai's falling asleep at the wheel here.
I have, yeah.
No, you can't, Sai.
No, I was just thinking. I was just having a thought there. Yeah, you can't have them going twice then, but they.
No, not allowed.
Using it with other cards.
What
like
you can
the
do, if you got 2 Trandies, one space apart, so you got Trandy space Trandy.
Yeah.
And there's a guy next to one of them, and he walks away.
Moves.
You go parting blow, cool. Then he enters a space next to the other Trandy, and then exits that space. It's a different timing instance, so you could do the second parting blow.
You actually shoot them twice.
Yeah. So if he's daft enough to run along a row of Trandies, you could go boom, boom, because it's a different interrupt step, you know.
That would work really well.
Yeah.
No, I have always appreciated this card. I mean, this card obviously isn't just amazing with Trandies. Does this work? It does the thing trigger. The what's it called? You know, their +1
Yeah,
damage.
it's perform an attack. Yeah, it's perform an attack. So everything you can do when you perform an attack, you can do because you perform an attack.
So they stick in.
I mean, they can defend as well, to be fair.
But they stick in, so they +1 damage and a strain train in there.
Strain train, all that, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's really good. I think that's an amazing card. It works really well with people like Vader and stuff as well.
Champ's a brawler, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone,
I mean, that's where we've seen.
Well, the thing is, anyone who's a brawler is obviously really good at fighting, hence the calling them a brawler.
Yeah.
But yeah, this to me is one of the initial cards that made brawlers brilliant, and this is why brawlers don't really need help. All right.
Yeah, they're all rounded out brawlers, aren't they? Really.
Let's talk about the models.
The models of the Trandies, yeah, they're okay. I'm not super keen on the pose. They're kind of like crouching down, carrying their guns low, as if they're about to pull the gun up and shoot somebody.
To me, they're a 4 out of 10. Why? Because and it's one of these problems I feel like with a lot of the kind of like poses, that I think that if they were slightly different, if they had 2 different poses, I think that
that's your biggest bugbear, isn't it? That you get when you get a group, you get 1 pose on 2 guys or 3 guys.
Yeah, so if
I mean, they kind of fixed that a little bit with the Stormtroopers because they brought out the old pose. But even so, you have to look closely sometimes to spot which one's the old, you know.
Yeah,
but these guys are just like, they're all sort of scurrying along with their guns held on their knees.
How hard would it have been for them to have actually made? And I'm not saying you have to make them miles apart. I'm saying, you know, the guns are up a little bit and the guns are down a bit.
Yeah.
So they just look, because these guys are nearly uniform, like though they have their gun pointing at the ground.
Well, I suppose that somebody might say, well, these are board game components. You wouldn't expect multi-pose meeples, you know, and all the rest of it. But it's not a hobby miniatures game.
It's borderline there.
I'll keep it. We've been around the expo and I've heard people discussing, you know, quite seriously, wasting breath on discussing whether Imperial Assault is a board game or a miniatures game. And I've seen it on the internet.
What do you think it is?
I think it's just a cool game. I don't care really.
Yeah. I know. I've always said it's a competitive board game.
Yeah.
With war game elements. So this is kind of like, this is my safe bet answer. But yeah, you're right.
But yeah, I mean, that's, you know, it would cost them a little more, I guess, to do 2 sculpts, and they'd have to mess with the pack a bit. Mind you, these came in the core set, didn't they? So
they did, yeah.
There was no pack to mess up. But you know, generally you get just 3 guys the same. Some people like that. Some people love having uniform ranks of models. You know, it kind of works for Stormtroopers. They're all faceless, personalityless.
It works
drones.
for the Royal Guard champs. That's fine.
Yeah,
it's just models that aren't part of this.
Yeah, anybody with a gun who's got a face should be. You'd prefer, you know, they're running around in a group. They're not all standing in the same position.
No, that's fair enough. All right. Okay, well, we'll leave it there, and cheers for listening, guys, and see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.